Hi, my name is Nancy Segal. I'm owner and founder of Solutions for the Workplace. My focus is on federal government, but I work as well with people looking for jobs in the private sector. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about the documents you need as part of your career search. Obviously, you need a resume. That's number one. Your resume, if you're targeting the private sector, should be 1 to 2 pages. Your resume, if you are targeting the federal government, typically runs between 4 and 6 pages. Both kinds of resumes need a career summary at the top. They also need your work chronology from the past 10 to 12 years. And both kinds of resumes also need your education, and your work experience in both kinds of resumes should include numbers to give your work context and accomplishments to demonstrate that you have achieved results. So your resume is the first kind of career document that you need. Now, sometimes if you've had a lot of professional trainings or have a lot of publications, you might need what's called an addendum, which is exactly what it sounds like. If you included this information in your resume itself, it would make your resume far too long. But a separate document with publications, major speeches, those kinds of things can be put together in what is called an addendum and provided to hiring managers either upon request or depending what the job is with your application. In addition to having a resume and maybe an addendum, it is appropriate to have a reference page. It is considered old-fashioned to mention references on your resume, even to say references available upon request. Get rid of that. But you should have a separate reference page, and that reference page should list 3 to 5 references. It should include their contact information, where they work, and their relationship to you. And it goes without saying, at least I hope so, that your references should all be professional and not friends or relatives. Something else that you'll need, especially for the private sector, is a cover letter. For the federal government, cover letters are the exception, not the rule, unless specifically required. But the private sector generally still likes to see a cover letter. And so what does that look like? It should be a page. The formatting should match the formatting of your resume, so this looks like a cohesive package. Each cover letter should be tailored and highlight the qualifications that you are bringing to the table for that particular position. And another kind of document that you might need would be a networking resume and a networking cover letter. And so that's exactly what it sounds like. This is a one-pager that you're just using for networking and reaching out to folks that you know or know someone who might know the hiring manager, etc. You also need a LinkedIn profile. I'm sorry, all of you who hate social media, but unless you are in the intelligence community, you need a LinkedIn profile. And that LinkedIn profile should have your picture. It should have a customized LinkedIn headline. It should have a clear about section. And all of the dates and job titles should match what's on your resume. Many, about 90% of recruiters use LinkedIn to source applicants. And even if they're not using LinkedIn to source applicants, hiring managers are looking at your LinkedIn profile before they interview you. And frankly, that goes for the federal government as well as the private sector. While the feds care less generally about LinkedIn, they still do care. And so you do need a presence there. And the last thing you might want to think about putting together as part of your career search is your career portfolio. And what's that? This could be examples of work that is relevant to what you are targeting. So this can really help. You can bring this to an interview if you have an in-person interview. But basically what we're talking about is work samples that represent the best of you. So these are some of the documents that you might need in your career search. I hope this has been helpful to you. If you need more information, please don't hesitate to reach out. My website is www.solutions-workplace.com. Thank you.